Hello, this is a 2 handicap game played on IGS and it's quite exciting. There were a few interesting trades and kills happening. And even if white built a lot on the left side, this big territory, it wasn't enough because black killed two pretty large groups on the bottom area. So let's get into the game. White starts with a Hoshi, then black plays a territorial move, and now white already plays a questionable move going for the middle side extension. Normally, white should attack a corner, for example approach O17 and then extend back to L16. So in this case, black plays where white was supposed to play. Also black can approach from the left side, for example. In fact, in this position, black can also consider the inside approach, and then when white plays a pincer, black can double Kakari, and now white will just end up over concentrated in the top when we follow the basic Joseki. So this makes L16 feel more wasted overall. But it's nothing wrong to play O17 because it prevents white's corner approach. So white plays another odd move. Normally when white wants to attack the Hoshi, the Sansan, he should consider Hoshi, the star point, just to put pressure and then extend towards the center in order to go for outside thickness. This is a basic Joseki when playing against the Sansan. So playing this kind of p5 doesn't put so much pressure on black. Black can just ignore, play away now. But if black ignores, white will decide whether to block on one direction or the other. So it's a good idea for black to react locally, which happened. Of course black can just play a one space jump, but the two space jump is good too because the stones are pretty much connected, and like this black is getting one step ahead of white. Now here white decides to attach and tries to separate black stones, but it doesn't work because black can just connect under. So it's more interesting for white to put pressure and set up a wall, then extend towards the bottom side. Attack this corner first. So let's see what happened in the actual game. Attach, black connects under. Now white pulls back in a solid way, but the group is heavy. It just shows that p5 it's a waste. Normally here white can push with Nobi, then Hane, then block the other way, and this is a way to make Sabaki, I shape in a few moves. So like this, white it's heavy, black defend it solid. Here for black it's also an option to play S7. This gives black some I shape and white will not cut anyway, so this Hane doesn't work. And also when you have S7 on the board, it narrows the space on the right side, so it's less space for white to invade. Well, black connected solid, but other options are S4 or even R4 to take away a liberty. If white cuts, nothing happens. If I tie in the corner, it will just die inside. But okay, playing solid, it's an option too. So white jumps out. Now that jump, it's a little bit too much. Black can separate right away and push along. Now this fight is already promising for black because white has to run on the right side, but also the bottom group is in trouble. So there are two weak groups and heavy for white. So it's good for black to cut immediately. This jump is maybe a little bit far. Normally just one space jump here. So if white tries, for example, this move and separate, it just doesn't work. But playing this way, white can either push like this and then separate, or attach and crosscut. Now when black captures a stone here, white will separate this way. So O3 is disconnected from the corner. Well, white just plays away, so he might use the RG around Q3 later on. Okay, then black defense, very good. This is actually rare to play moves like D6 and jump out. Locally, white should attach in the corner, pull back, and then extend for a base. And actually this works better with his other stones in the top area. So this jump, black can just ignore and invade the left side. It's okay to play this kind of move, threatening the 3 stones, but the left side is too large, so for black it's interesting to split the left. And either make a base like this, or approach the corner. So white ends up a little bit over concentrated. Black has also a pretty cramped formation, but black was fighting inside white's area, and it's good enough to have a group there. So the territory will not become as huge as in the actual game. Now this kind of move can still be separated with Kosumi and block here, which happen in the game, but first of all, white needs to protect and stay connected to Q8. So white goes for the separation. This move is a little bit slow. It takes away the eye shape, but it's still more interesting to cut like this and push along. So white has to get ahead, then black surrounds the bottom group. Now white will use this attach and bump, but then it's difficult to make twice. Well, in fact, it's dead. Only one eye. But black's idea, it's obvious here. So now the proper move for white would be to connect his stones on the outside, which he just did. But the entire group is still on the run. This extension is very good for black, good distance from the N4 stones. And white is still pretty much weak on the right side, so white should do something with the right group. Either a jump towards the center or a jump towards the side to make some base. This move looks nice for the left side, but before taking the extension, white should attach in the corner, pull back, and then extend D10 or C10. So there's more potential to build territory on the left side. Playing this move, when black attaches and pulls back and white connects, this will end up over concentrated, because now there is only a 2-space extension instead of a 3-space extension, so that's a little more cramped. The sun invasion is natural because white had a double wing formation, so block. Normal Joseki here would be to Hane in the head of 2 stones, then just extend and keep going on the ahead on the 3rd line. Black will probably push again, but now it's a bit different. It's not so easy to invade the left side. So the classic Joseki would be Hane, block, connect, and hanging connection, which looks good for white because he already has the middle side extension of D10. White can also think about the double Hane, in which case black can capture a stone and white goes for the 2 stones in the corner, but then there's a problem because L16 gets isolated from the rest of the board. And in this case, white can choose Atari from the outside, Atari again, and then extend to keep L16 connected to the wall in the top left. But white can also choose the Nobi, as it happened here. Keima, this is a modern Joseki. Then white can put some pressure at G16 to keep the line connected. So again, he makes L16 come into play. This attach seems like a desperate invasion. Simply pull back, very good. White is supposed to die inside here, and he actually did. This block is fine too. It's very difficult for white to leave here. Normally, black should just separate, because even if white tries to make some eye shape with a move like K2, black can play the Kosumitsuke, then on the bump, white will lose the eyes like this. So there is only one eye inside. And this way, the corner is not affected either. Like this, white can be flexible, give up the tail, and try to live in the corner. But in fact, black can push here, play one Atari, and block. Because now, when white plays this kind of move, black will Atari, push, throw in, Atari again, and capture everything. So the entire bottom side is dead. Like this, white can push in the corner, then it's already alive. It doesn't even have to play there anymore. So like this, white gives up 3 stones as bait and leaves big in the corner. Pushing up, it's also an option, but this was wrong. White should just connect. Black will now play the peep and then leave inside the corner too. But white already damaged the bottom side, taking out the G2 stones. In the actual game, white tried too hard and then everything died. Oh, in fact now he's still alive. But later there was a co-fight and he gave up the group. Now black has a Tetsuji here, this clamp, to give up a few stones in order to go down in center on the left side and then invade the left. This push is good to create cutting points, push along, but in this kind of position, white can always connect under with b5. So black can also consider b5. If white plays in the middle, then clamp to reduce the space in the corner, and now the group will die. So when black plays b5, white needs to play another move to secure the corner, and this way black already separated the left side in center, and it's better to play keima here in order to get into the moyo and expand the center. Sumi seems a little bit shy, so white can just connect under if he wants to, but right now there are bigger moves out there. Actually for white it's quite big to play a jump like this and set up the box towards the center. This kind of r14 is not so great because black already has a stone at o17, so black can play either s16 or kick and take away the extension. But that should be in this case r9, because when white pushes, black connects under anyway. On the cut, black will take. If turn, just get ahead. And for white, these moves are pretty much neutral points. Black takes the territory, then jump again in the center. Playing on the second line, it's a bit low, so white can still play a nice extension for the two stones in the top. Normally after the kick, black just wants to play a move like this to take away the ideal extension, and then when white comes out, connect under. But it was good enough to play safe and stay connected like this. So second line, it's a bit low, but black keeps center. This jump is good, will expand the middle while ruin the white's potential on the side. That jump is good too for white to grow the box. This Hane is a bit small. Now black should come from the other side and get into the center like this. Also this way L16 gets weaker. This Hane is more like an endgame move. And normally after Hane is good to protect and then there's no more Sun evasion. But yeah, black can also leave it. That pincer is fine. Now here black can push one time and then use the Kosumitsuke to connect up or down. This is one way to stay connected. If white wants to separate, black will just capture the two stones. Interesting trades here. It's a good style to separate, because now when white pulls back, black will capture the stone, and if black connects like this, white connects solid, black can Hane. If white cuts, black will capture 3 stones. If black crawls, white crawls, black will just separate and kill everything in the top. Black has more liberties in the center and it's hard to surround that group, but in the top, white has only 5 liberties and that's only one eye, being on the second line. This was some kind of trade. Here black can connect solid because it's threatening the connection underneath, and when white separates, it's not a problem, the corner is already alive. Black will just Hane and go for more profit in the top. So now black just gave up a huge left side, but it's not so bad. In fact here for black it's big to play the descent and Hane in center, because white will play to defend the left side, and then some moves in the middle to increase the center and decrease the left. Still big to jump at b5. So push from behind. White comes inside a little bit. Okay, black expands the middle here, that's good. Actually the pip is better from the other side and then separate. And now when white tries to go out, black will just lock him in and the group just dies inside without compensation. All this becomes black territory. So that could be better than the actual game. Playing the pip from this side makes black heavy. And white shouldn't even answer the pip. It's better to connect like this, then give up a stone, oops, in order to get into the center. So this way, white also makes some profit in the middle. That was dangerous for white. Now he can die big inside. Black can block on the cut, Atari, and push white down. nothing happens here. So white is still surrounded on a large scale. That's good. Many cutting points, so better connect solid. If white plays here, just connect solid again. Okay, so far it looks good. This Atari may hurt black in the corner. It's better to cut Keima at the waist, just like that. So catch the big part of the center. Maybe white will come out like this, but then protect again against the cuts. So Atari, Atari. Now normally black is supposed to connect here, but black really wants to kill big in the center. So in order to do that, Kosumi and block like this, it's an option. Or still cut Keima at the waist, and when white tries to resist, Atari from behind and make some nice shape, because that's pretty much a false eye in the center, but hard to build twice anyway. So this way white comes between the groups. That's good. And now small sacrifice in the corner. Actually here, white can play Atari like this and push down, because black will die faster. Only 2 liberties left. So Atari, Pane, cut. That's good. So when white connects, black will capture the stone. In fact, white gain almost nothing in the corner. White should just go down. And that's pretty much it. But black will probably play away. So black got these stones for free. And also this earlier. It's a good game for black. So attach here. This is a bit risky. Black should just pull back and then block. And when white cuts, double up, connect the center like this. And it's all fine. This got a little more complicated. Black line Atari first, then Atari here, then Atari again, Atari one more time, Atari one more time, and then connect. Now it's all good, and white just dies bigger in the center. So in this case, good to start from here. If Atari under, just capture. When white connects, black connects also. So there is nothing to worry about. This pullback is really not so big. Actually, in the center, there are problems here at O12, so either connect with a bamboo or a solid connection. When white plays this Atari, go out. If white pushes along, go out again. If white tries to capture the bottom stones, separate, Atari connect. White needs to come back, and black will capture the 2 stones faster. In fact, black doesn't even need that move. Let's say we play away, white tries to escape somehow, then we have the nose Tetsuji. It's Atari, oops, and capture. Also, if white tries L2, black can Atari, Atari from behind, Atari again, and capture like this. All kind of capture procedures can happen. So pull back at M6 is not the right thing to defend the center. Now white found a way to go out for a while, but he still messed up. In fact, white kind of managed to save the tail. That's too much. White should just block. When black pushes here, turn one time, and then give up less points. There is some Atari, push, Atari, tuck, tuck, tuck. So in the end, white loses 3 stones, but he also captures 3 stones. It's not that bad. White was supposed to die bigger inside. Like this, he might still lose a lot. That's fine. Yeah, now black captured more stones in the middle. Yeah, this is fine. But the connection is not necessary. Black can just play here, for example. If white cuts, Atari from behind, Atari again eventually, and then Atari like this. When white plays Atari from behind, capture and everything dies inside. If white connects, just take here. That was not necessary. Now, yeah, black has to connect under. So on that Atari, black should capture the 2 stones. If white takes 1 stone back, it's not important. Black can just play Atari here and stay connected. So going down, it's a waste when the 2 stones are in Atari and can be captured. This is fine. Now it can be a ko. But black is in Atari also. So let's see the code thread. Aha, so here comes the big trade. Yeah. Wait a second. If we take... Yeah, in fact, it's a good decision to eliminate the call. But 3 stones are quite small. Better capture another stone in center. And then block like this center. Jump. 3 stones here is just 6-7 points capture in Gote. Yeah, much bigger to play in the top left corner. So let's imagine, instead of taking the 3 stones, black plays Hane, block and connect. Now white saves the 3 stones and black plays the Hane on the first line, then push and everything is center. So there's a damage of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 points here compared to saving 3 stones or capturing 3 stones. And everything is center on the left side, so black can play some other moves after that. This way white played everything in center. Now Atari and capture 2 stones, that's pretty big too. This block is very big. Black messed up, white messed up. White was supposed to Hane, block, connect, and when black defends, now white protects the left side. And like this the corner is alive too. So when white played the jump at b6, the corner dies because of this Tetsuji at b2, very good. And connect under, and now there's only space for one eye. Even if white finds the Tetsuji to throw in and go down, he can only make one eye, so the group is dead. This is dead too. So this is how black got all the bottom territory. Very good. No way to build twice. Good. Keep pushing. That's not necessary. Black was fine anyway. Well, it's not a small move either, but black can play double Atari here, for example, and when white turns, just connect. Capture here is big. This is fine. Some pushes in center. In fact, as an endgame move, it's good to go down in the top. Like this in the top, black builds 2, 4, 6, 8 points. And this way, the life was much smaller. So normally here, black doesn't need to do anything. Black can play away, Atari for example, and other moves. And now if white pushes, black will protect, white will push again, Atari, connect, and make 2 eyes. But this is 3 points life in the corner instead of 10 points. And this move was also not necessary. Because if white wants to kill that group, white needs to play, let's say, the connection at h19. But then black clears eyes, then throw in, take, Atari, connect. So those are the 2 eyes. Not good to defend in advance, because it's just going to waste points. Here black can play this move, then connect, and now white needs another move. Otherwise, when white plays away, black will wedge, and if white blocks, black can start a ko. There's nothing to lose in the ko, so white has to pull back, then push again, connect, and white loses a couple of points more. So white defended against that kind of thing, and now not much to do. Yeah, this push is center for black, so black can play the push here, white answers, and then protecting Gote. And here we go, white resigned. Enjoy the review and beat them more convincing next time.